Hey there everybody, Reed here, back in my greenhouse space. Gonna do my last few minutes of my workout today, and I'll mostly be training this 20-pound kettlebell, but over the last week or so, got this 35-pound one, not 35, 30-pound one, and a 40-pound one, which I'm mostly doing swings and squats with that. Most of the exercises with the 30-pound and a few with the 20, because it's just a bit much. And this board here is I looked it up, it's a Wave Lake board. It's designed for bodyboarding, if I recall it correctly, or something like that. Anyway, big fan of the board here. Been using it for several years, and I'm not going to really demonstrate the how-to on the board, but I love finishing with balancing. We could all use more balance in our life. And I find that by finishing this nice lighter weight, that's a good little cool down piece. Making this video primarily for my brother Nick. Shout out to him today as we are sharing our workout videos with each other, and he's even really good at like remembering how many reps, how many times he does each rep of his things. And so that's pretty cool. Whereas me, I prefer the programs where you have a timeline of like, we're doing this exercise for 30 seconds or for a minute, and then you take the break. I'm not a workout professional, but we got to keep these bodies in good working order. And if you're like us and you're in your 40s, you're only losing muscle mass if you're not keeping it and building it a bit. Same thing goes with bone density. And I'm curious what your workouts are looking like. Now, obviously, by my jobs, I'm staying pretty active. Thinking about getting one of those steps counters. See how many steps I'm doing in a day. But that hasn't happened quite yet. And like I say, I've been really enjoying the kettlebells on there. Whee! I feel like something you can be pretty versatile in. And I'm trying not to rabbit hole too far. I'm pretty new to the kettlebell and to weightlifting. Everything I've done in the past, I think they call it isometrics, where you're just using your own body weight to stay in shape and to put muscle on. And I realized in my studies that I've never eaten enough protein to actually put muscle on. So that's my new next challenge to myself, is get enough protein in my diet. And I'm fascinated to see how that affects things. Where are you getting your protein from these days? I'm all about the animal protein, although I'll be honest, I was listening to a podcast, they're talking about our mitochondrial health, and my love of soil biology and cellular biology and all those life forms that help to keep us going, microbiomes and such, has me aware that mitochondria are so important. And anyway, this podcast is getting into spirulina, which is an algae, and how much it helps your mitochondrial health. Now, if you want to talk about foundational, I don't know that it gets much more foundational than that. Like breathing, it's pretty foundational, but if your mitochondria aren't doing well, your breath isn't going to actually function all that well either. They are highly interrelated. And with that, I picked up a thing of, I'm going to switch bells do some squats here. Spirulina today. And it actually has a bunch of protein and a bunch of those essential amino fatty acids in it, which is great. Now I just need to get a protein powder. It'll probably be whey, because all the organ meat-based stuff, I haven't found one here in Canada yet. There's something called casein. Did you know about casein? I don't actually know about it, but it seems pretty good too. Whee! Again, I love this thing because of all the micro muscles I can feel compared to like when you're standing on the ground. This adds a lot to it. Let's see, I haven't tried swinging. No, that's gonna be a fail. That was fun. But anyway, close out my little workout here. Again, that's the Wave Lake balance board. If you don't have a balance board in your life, or you're not doing any balancing activities, I encourage you to start slow. You can just pick your foot up a little bit and even hold on to something with your hands if you're really unstable. And if you can start moving the leg around while you're doing it, all the better for building that. With that, I gotta go shower. Thanks for joining me today. Have too much fun.